Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to deploy this Vue.js application in Vercel, at the Vercel server. So I'll show you what steps we need to take and how we need to deploy this application. So if you go to this application, you can see this application is running on localhost. And if I go to news, okay, this is loading from the API. So I will give you this full code if you want to learn how to build this type of application with news listing and with filters. So these are all the filters that work. So these are all the filters that work here, and we'll see how to deploy this application onto the server. So firstly, let's go ahead and create a repository. So if I go to my repositories, I'll create a new repository here. So I'll create a new repository called, so here what I'm going to do is my app is going to be news app deployment. So let's say like news dash app dash deployment. Okay, so let's follow the standard, and this will be news listing with filters. Okay, this app news listing with filters. Okay, so this will be public, and let's create this repository now. Okay, we have created the repository. Okay, and it is empty. So we have to push our existing repository. So we'll use this commands here. Okay, and if I go to this application here, I need to add this. Okay, okay. So first I'll say git init. So I have to say git init. Okay, now I'm going to add this command over here. Okay, then next what we are going to do is we are going to see git status. So we can see all files correct, and we need to add this now. So git add dot, now git commit, I'll say dash initial commit. So initial commit, and then click on enter. Okay, now let's push this git push region master. So let's push this data. Okay, it's asking me my username. Okay, and also my password will be the, okay, my password will be in the, I'll have to get the token. So here, like, if you need to push, then it sometimes asks you tokens. So if I go here and I don't know where the tokens are, but I can go to uh, so I can go to here developer settings. If I go to this over here, and there is one tab called as settings here, and I scroll down, then I go to developer settings, and I don't know my access token. So these are my tokens. So I'm going to regenerate this token. Okay, regenerate the token. Okay, and I'm going to copy this token, and I'm going to use this. Okay, over here, and we'll see if it is yes, and the new branch has been created and the code has been deployed. Okay, now if I go to my repositories, and if I see this news app deployment, so it is saying it's updated now. and you can see that the application is on the server. Okay, on the Git. So now next part is to deploy this application onto the Vercel app. So let's go to Vercel. So Vercel. So I'm going to Vercel, and I'm already logged in using GitHub. So you can log in using GitHub. And then what I'll do is I will go ahead and add new project. Okay. And you can see the list of projects which I have added here. So what I need to do now is I need to click on this. Okay. Then I need to add a GitHub account. I need to configure this. And if I go down here, you can see the selected repositories. It's coming which are the selected repositories that I like to deploy. So I'm going to search this repository, news, no, not here. I'm going to come down. I'm going to search for the news app deployment repository. Okay, I'm going to save this. You can see that the news deployment repository has been imported. Now let's go to import. Okay, now we have to deploy this application onto the server. So first I'm going to update the environment variables because my news API has the API key and the URL. So I'm going to go to my application here and I'm going to my env file and then I'm going to paste my application key, that is the API key here, and my variable name will be this. I'm going to add one more variable here because I have two variables in env, that is one is for my base URL. So I'm going to add this base URL and I'm going to add this URL here. Okay. Now I'm going to say deploy. I've added these two variables to my env file. Okay. Now let's see with it will build a process and deploy the application. So let's see if it deploys successfully. Okay, you can see it has deployed my application and we can see that the application is live. Let's continue to the dashboard. And this is my URL now. So if I go to this, okay, I can see I can use this URL. I can go over here and see, you can see that the application has been deployed onto the server. So if I go to news, and you can see all of my data is loaded now here. So this is how you deploy an application on the server on the Vercel app. So thanks for watching guys, and please do comment if you have any thoughts and queries. Also the code I will give you, I'll paste the link in the description.